All right, what's up? Good morning. Happy Sunday, Heathens. How y'all feeling? My name is Sheena Butler, a.k.a. Sister Ruth, a.k.a. your favorite root worker. You just don't know it yet. Your leading heathen, the Reverend Heathen, and we are back for another episode of Sunday School for Heathens, where we just break down traditional Bible studies and give you the metaphysical and esoteric interpretation of those same stories. I take those Bible stories and I show you in the Bible. Okay. So here at the House of Heathens, we would like to welcome you, the House of Heathens Missionary Baptist Church. We would like to welcome you in on this good heathen Sunday morning. Amen. A woman. Okay. Do we have any church announcements? Again, we didn't have service last Sunday. Okay. I had the grand homies here and it just be a lot of pressure to try and get everything taken care of before they wake up and start getting buck wild. All right. So I just took the day and I kicked it with the grand homies. I hope you got caught up on your lessons. Get your lessons. Like my grandma used to say, fly high tut. And I hope you guys are doing well. Okay, I really do. I hope you guys are doing well. Church announcements. As always, we thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscriptions, the increasing of the watch hours. Keep it going, y'all. We making some numbers, okay? I think YouTube, you got to get $50 before they start considering you. So I think we made to that $50, so then, YouTube, that mean that they noticing us a little bit. So I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for the super likes, the shares, the donations, the tithes, offerings, and the sacrificial givings to help support the heathen ministry. I appreciate y'all. I thank you so much. It really does make my heart smile to know that me sitting on here bumping my gums and acting crazy is indeed making an impact in your lives. I greatly appreciate you and I thank you for rocking with me. If you ever feel so called, to bless the heathen ministry, if you want to give a little donation to further the heathen word of the heathen Lord, you can do so at $SISTAROOTZ, $Sister Ruth on the Cash App. I appreciate you. This is not me soliciting, because you know how y'all get. And for everybody who ever makes a donation, may it be returned to you 100 million fold at the exact moment that you need it. If you ever find yourself in a pinch and then bam, here comes the blessing, the ram in the bush, remember, it's nothing more than that beautiful energy that you sowed into the heathen ministry returning to you at the exact moment that you need it. Ashe, I really do love y'all. I'm feeling good this morning, okay? Heathen gear will be available in the fall, okay? We've been playing around with some things, some designs. Now, this is just me. I got 2 merch people. Shout out to Hudson Heat Press, all right? And shout out to Renika. I got 2 people who gonna be my merch people, okay? But we are working on that being released in the fall because we got some things that's gonna happen in the fall that I'm excited about. You're gonna be able to purchase your heathen gear in person. All right, okay. So y'all just hold out, but we playing with some designs. I hope y'all I'm feeling a little fly today, I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like I put this shit on. I feel like I put this shit together. Okay, because I did this. This is me. I came up with this design, okay? So I'm feeling like some fine shit. Let's give a little praise for the fine shits for knowing that you fine shit, okay? All right. So the heathen gear gonna be available in the fall. Y'all just wait for the drop. Just wait for the drop. I appreciate the fact that y'all even wanted that we rocking proudly. Y'all listen. What's so funny? I've been playing around with these little designs. I just designed these on my own. So when I sit down and meet with my merch people next month, I'll know some ideas that I got. But the people who I go to the people who I go to get this done, shout out to Sublimation Station. Y'all, they Christian. Baby, they Christian and they white on. Listen, it is what it is. The shit is cheap, it's quality, it's a quick turnaround, but my merch people are black. Okay, shout out to the black businesses. This is just me bullshitting around. Don't worry about that. But shout out to Supplementation Station. I ain't hating on nobody. Get your money. But listen, babe, I walk my big black ass in them good Christian white folks shit. And told them, print me out that you're my heathen. That shit be so funny, y'all. They be so uncomfortable. But the good Lord, Yahweh said, y'all gotta treat me right. Y'all gotta love me anyway. Shout out to the fucking heathen ministry, them heathen movement, y'all. I love this shit. Declaring this shit boldly. Nah, it's the revolution, baby. It's the reclamation. Free thinking has returned, bitch. Okay? Shout out to the heathens. I'm proud, man. I'm proud. I'm a proud heathen. I think I'm gonna get that tatted on me. It's a very significant part of my journey. But listen, anyway. All right, listen, y'all. All right, let's get to it, okay? Because shout out to the heathens, man. I love y'all. Real bad. Okay? All right, so let's get to it. Today we got one. This one right here, this story, this the one that got a lot of y'all mamas. I just want to know, my mama got. This how the church got our mamas. My mama got, right? My mama got. Your mama got. A lot of our mamas got, bro. Because this story here, this is a story that shaped the woman that are loose movement. Shout out to Big TD Jakes. Big Daddy. Take him down, Chase. Y'all, stop playing. Stop playing. Oh, my stomach hurt. Wait, y'all, stop playing. This shit's so funny. Oh, wait, y'all. Shit, compose yourself. Girl, let me pause. All right. Oh, y'all, listen. Shout out to the women that are loose movement. Nigga, that shit was up there with COVID, nigga. Let me tell you something. Women are loose. That shit did something. Man, listen, TD Jakes did Jordan numbers. You hear me? Do you hear me? TD Jakes took the game over. Let me tell you something. But it was a two-part. It was an alley-oop. Listen, Juanita Bynum laid that bitch up with no more sheets. She laid that bitch up and TD Jakes dunked that bitch in with the boom. Thou art loose. Fucked our mamas up. Whole generation of women taken down. Bam. Listen, that was some cold shit. Shout out to the Christian movement. There'll never be another movement like it. There'll never be another movement like the 90s black Christian movement, man. You got to give it its props, nigga. You got to I believe in giving props where props is due. That shit. Whoo, baby. Listen. It was some heavy hitters. It was the kingpins in the game. Like, that shit went down like the drug game. No lie. No lie, bro. No lie. That shit went down like the drug game. Okay? But anyway, so listen, we're going to talk about the woman that was bent over. My God, I needed that laugh. That was a great transmutation of energy. Oh, I am grateful. Thank you guys for being here. I love y'all, okay? So we're going to talk about the woman that was bent over, all right? And this story speaks to freedom from bondage, restoration, and spiritual alignment, Okay? Alignment is a beautiful thing. All right? Primary scripture, Luke 13, chapter 13, verses 10 through 17. Okay? Excuse me. And the central theme here is the healing of the woman bent over reveals Jesus' compassion and authority to restore those who have been burdened physically and spiritually. You're informed in your body and in your spirit. Baby, you bow down, you're heavy. Okay? It teaches that God desires freedom, wholeness, and restoration for his people. Shout out to the big Yahweh, the big hitter. All right? They say Yahweh is a little compassionate. He do want y'all to be free. Okay? Excuse me. Key question is, what does it mean to be truly set free? And what burdens are keeping us from standing upright in God's presence? What got you bowed? What got you bent? What got you burdened? What got you hollering, take me to the king? What got you hollering, truth is sometimes? Man, listen, shout out to, what's her name? What's that? I don't want to call that woman Cora. What's that woman name, y'all? What's that woman name? Tamala Man. Okay, Tamala Man. Shout out to Tamala Man. She was another ever here to listen, baby. She had us crying, snotting. Now that one didn't really do it for me like that. I wasn't a big Tamala Man fan. I wasn't. Not when I was a Christian. I wasn't. You know, I like that old school shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm listen. Like I like the ones that can make. Like I like the choir. I don't really want no solos. I'm talking about a nasty choir. Okay? The ones that Orlando Draper and all them was direct. Yes, I'm talking a nasty choir with a nasty director, a nasty gay black man directing. Okay? That's what I went down to. So, you know, but them solo artists, they could tear you up. So Tamala Man, listen, she tore that shit up. She did. She did right now. You put that on right now. If you put that on, you got 20 women. Put 20 black women in a room, okay? And turn that song on. At least 15 gonna start crying. Truth is outside. Bitch. Because ain't nobody more tired than a motherfucking black woman. Shout out to the gods, man. I love y'all. Shout out to the gods. Okay? Even the ones who don't know it. You done forgot your place, man. Come on back up. You too low. You too low, my babies. We see you. You're too low. You got your freedom. You're shouting that you got your freedom, but you're wielding it wrong, baby. Come on, let the mothers teach you. So we can show you how to really do this shit. Okay, anyway, shout out to the guys. Here we go. All right, so what's keeping you bent over, okay? So the overview. While teaching in the synagogue on the Sabbath, the holy day, the day that the Pharisees and the Sadducees say you sit your ass down. Like this story here, this is when you starting to see like the real ensuing of the beef between Jesus and, you know, and the leaders, the ones who ordered for him to be murked, the ones who ordered the holy murking. You know, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to the beginning. And when I talk about the story of it's murder and miracles, when we talk about the murking of Jesus, one of the greatest heathens that ever did it. All right, shout out to one of the heathens. Okay, so while teaching in the synagogue on the Sabbath, Jesus sees a woman who has bent over. She's been bent over for 18 years, y'all. 18 years. 18. I know it was a nigga. I know it was a man. It was a man and a child that caused it. You ain't got to tell me nothing else. They never said why. They never said why she was bent over, but I know it was a man and a child. 18 years. That's why they specifically told us 18. If you a woman, you know what that 18 meant right off the rip. That's why she was bent over. She was stressed. 18 years. Okay? So here we go. Again, in my mental black Bible, everybody black. Okay? So we gotta make the woman look like something. So who is it, y'all? Kimberly Elise, because can't nobody play the straw bitch like Kimberly. Kimberly Lee's baby, can't nobody play a distraught is better. Do you understand me? Do you? Taraji P, she could do, she do good with frustration. You know what I'm saying? But we talk about real distress. Kimberly Lee taking it all the way. Okay, so Kimberly Lee says officially, and if you don't know what I'm talking about Helen from the fairy tale that one of the fairy tales Tyler Perry be telling us. Which one is Diary of a Mad Black Woman? Her. TT from Set It Off. The one who got shot and died. Well, shit. The one with the baby. Okay? So that's what we talking about. So Kimberly Elise is playing the woman who been bent over. Okay? We have to assign Jesus a character too, y'all. Who is Jesus? Lorenz Tate. Right off the bat. That's holy. You hear me? The way that Lorenz Tate popped in my mind, that's holiness. Spirit, Mother God is talking. Baby, that's a fine little piece of man, ain't it? That's that little bastard. I know, baby, I know his wife got stories. Do you hear me? I know that little bastard was a headache. Shout out to Lorenz Tate. I don't think we ever classified him. I might need to do an update on him with the EF systems, okay? The EF classifications, but easily EF4, okay? If you follow me on social media, listen. But anyway, so Lorenz Tate is Jesus, okay? From here on out, whenever we're describing, if any of these stories come up and we talk about Jesus, it is Lorenz Tate. And we're taking Lorenz Tate from Love Jones, that era right there. That's what I need for you to look. When he made that omelet, when he was in the kitchen with the jeans on, with no shirt, come on now. Shout out to the 90s. We got to reset the vibe, y'all. We can reset the vibe. Quiet as it's kept, we kind of doing that. Like if you look at the red carpet, look at the BET Awards red carpet, where all of them women had on different shades of brown, and then go look at the premiere, the red carpet when they premiere Boys in the Hood. Tell me it's not the same vibe, okay? That's one. Two, Tubi. Shout out to Tubi. Listen, Tubi kind of doing this thing on as far as like giving us. It be so bad, but you gotta hate watch it. You know what I'm saying? But some of them be good as shit. So they kind of helping us reset the vibe. That's why I say you can't pay attention to the chaos that's going on, man. If you black and conscious right now, you should be enjoying your life. You should be enjoying your spirituality. You should be enjoying your experience. Like, don't give in to the illusion of the chaos. Even if you are experiencing some chaos, this is a channel. Even if you are experiencing some chaos within your internal atmosphere, within your own private life, don't pay attention to that. Let the reset happen. Let the reset happen. I don't know who I'm talking. That was fuck. Let the reset happen, because just as quick as it came in, it's gone. Let the reset happen. Whatever is falling apart, let it fall apart so that things can come together. Ashe? Okay. All right. So we got Jesus. We got the woman bent over, okay? Jesus is starting to beef with the Pharisees and the Sadducees because he's doing too much. They don't like it. They done told you, listen, we letting you slide with them little sermons. You know, you preaching on mountains, and we saw you out in that water too. We saw you when you had to go get in that water and preach. Listen, we letting you doing too much, bruh. You getting too loud. You better settle down. Okay? And Jesus like, man, what you talking about, bruh? Who you talking to? Don't no man take my life. Popping that shit. That's why you got to be Lorenz Tate. Because, see, at a certain point, we go from Love Jones, Lorenz Tate, to Lorenz Tate when he was on Power. Okay? That type of nigga, all right? So, listen, because Jesus was like, man, who y'all talking to? Like, y'all ain't gonna keep talking to me like I'm some weak ass. You better know who you talking to, boy. I love being black, no matter what. I don't care. No matter what, I love being black. You can never take this from us. You can never, the way that we can relate, the way that we can feel, the way that we can animate some things and that things can animate us, baby, listen, you could never. Shout out to the nickels. Okay. All right. So listen. So Jesus sees a woman who has been bent over for 18 years due to what the scripture describes as a spirit of infirmity. She was infirmed. Unable to stand upright. She has lived under this burden for nearly 2 decades. Burden for almost 20 years. Jesus calls her forward, declares her free from her infirmity, lays his hands on her, and immediately she stands upright and glorifies God. Okay, that's the overview. Let's look at the traditional religious interpretation. First things first, right off the rip, let's look at this woman's affliction. Why is she bent over? 18 years. 18, let me tell you something, baby. The way that my back started going down, when my daughter got pregnant, and the way that it continued, y'all, it was so bad. I'm telling you, I thought I was gonna be in a wheelchair. The way that my body started shutting down from the amount of stress that I had on me, I'm telling y'all, a lot of y'all who carrying aches and pains and chronic illnesses in your body, that if release what you need to. Release what you need to. But I remember when that back started tightening, when I couldn't hardly move, when I would have to get up an hour to an hour and a half before I had to be to work because I was on a travel contract, I would have to get up and allow my body to loosen up enough. Like, it was bad, y'all. It was bad. And I'm out here trying to nurse on them concrete floors. Baby, listen, shout out to Skechers. Damn it. That's the best work shoe. Let me tell you something. When I say I live and die by Skechers, if it come to work or exercise, that's what's on my feet. Fuck that pretty shit. And Skechers, they coming up with some little cute designs. But listen, don't nobody take care of your back and your feet like Skechers. I don't care. I don't care what nobody say. Okay? Them shoes saved my life when I was in Little Rock in 2021, baby. I almost didn't make it. Almost didn't make it, baby. On some hard times, but my body was shutting down. Anyway, okay, so listen. A woman has been bent over for 18 years and is unable to straighten herself. Traditional meaning her condition reflects the reality of human suffering and the effects of living in a fallen world. I can't wait to get to the metaphysical on this one. Key principle here. God sees the pain that others often overlook. Now, mind you, this woman been bent over. Yahweh been watching her. He been watching her walk around bent over for 18 years because he created her, right? That's what they say. That's what the Bible say. All right? The Bible say Yahweh know the amount of hair on everybody's head. So you didn't know that. Don't tell me you didn't know that this woman was bent over. Okay? And now that I think about it, I don't like the fact that she got to be bent over. Because what's that about? You know? Why she couldn't just, why? I don't like it. And that's how you know it's some patriarchy up in there somewhere. It's going to always sprinkle itself, okay? Anyway, so Jesus calls her forward. He out, in the crowd, he doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? Walking with the disciples and all that. Picture Lorenz Tate, okay? Fine, with the little robe on the little gown, the little white, the tunic. That's what it's called. And they always show him with the vest. So picture Lorenz Tate with the white linen, because remember, he got linen on. He got linen. Now, Lorenz Tate, I'm going to give him, we're not going to do sandals on this one, okay? We're not going to do sandals. He got the leather flip-flops. The one with the wide band. You know what I'm saying? Them right there, good quality ones. All right? He got them on, white linen White linen. Now, we ain't going to make it a robe all the way down to the ground because some of y'all too nasty. Okay, so we're going to give them the flowy linen top and the wide leg flowy linen pants, right? All white, brown, linen vest on top. Fresh lining, low fade, the low Caesar, waves. Of course, remember, haircut. The haircut we're talking about is the power haircut because they had them right. Lining was crisp. So we picturing Jesus, all right? Jesus, he got an entourage, okay? So we could throw in so let's say the disciples. We're going to have to see what the disciples look like too. But for right now, let's just think Jodeci, all right? That'll do. Let's put Jodeci behind them. Devontae and Dalvin in the front. Okay, that's Peter and what's the other one? I don't know. Anyway, Devontae and Dalvin in the front, Casey and JoJo in the back. All right, we're not mad at it, but listen. Okay, so all right, so Jesus and the disciples, they walk it through, and Jesus, he chopping it up, and then he look over because he see who did we designate again? Kimberly Elise. All right. So Kimberly Elise we designated her, right? So he looks over, he sees Kimberly Elise, and he's like, damn. Hold on one second. Y'all know he's smooth. He glides over like he do, smiling. Let's say he bend down, the kind of meet eye level. Hey, love, how you doing? What wilt thou be made whole? Can you picture it? Can you picture him? Can you picture Jesus popping that shit as Lorenz Tate to Kimberly Lee, smooth as he want to be with that little smile, baby? Of course I want to be made whole, son. What we got to do, my boy? My Lord. So of course, Kimberly Elise looks at him all distraught. I need that money. Charles, it's me. Okay? She putting it on. She like, yes, please, I will be made whole. Okay? He calls her over and because he wants to speak to her. Okay? the traditional meaning is Jesus takes the initiative in showing compassion and extending grace. Because ain't that what we do? Black peoples, ain't that what we do? Full of compassion and love that is just constantly exploited and extorted. Okay? Key principle, God seeks those who are burdened and invites them into his healing presence. Now, this whole traditional thing is throwing me off because this shit could have been done. This could have been done. Why did she have to wait on Jesus? Yahweh, you saw it. But again, they say that is what the Bible is taught, that everything is for the glory of God. So her suffering, ultimately, ain't that what they teach you? Ain't that how they preach you? That your suffering is to be used for the glory of God? It's very predatory. It's very excusatory. Okay? Let's look at the healing. What happens? Jesus said, here come Big TD. Woman, thou art loosed. Loosed, baby. Y'all remember how he used to preach that thing? Do y'all remember how were you in there? Did you go to the conferences? Because we've been to the conferences. Because woman, thou art loosed, then it turned into Megafest. I went as a grown woman. I went in 2015, y'all, August of 2015. I went. I'll tell y'all my experience. It was surreal. Listen, and that following year, baby, the shit got so real. Shit, baby, I left Megafest feeling like I was on cloud nine. You hear me? I'm talking. You can be what you want to be on cloud nine. Baby, I was headed back to Memphis amped. You hear me? I just knew life was finna get good on cloud nine. On cloud nine. Told my ass Shout out to 2016, baby. 2016 walk so 2020 come right. Oh, shit. Listen, shout out to Sheena, man. God, man, listen. Baby, get your rest. Get your rest, baby, because that version of Sheena got her ass towed. Oh, do you hear me? I'm so grateful that woman stayed alive so I could be here. That's why I promised to live my life to the full. You hear me? When you've been bent over for 18 years, come on, babes. Okay. He lays his hands on it and immediately she stands upright. Traditional meaning, Jesus demonstrates his divine authority over sickness and spiritual oppression. It's a miracle. Miracle signs and wonders. You will know by the miracle signs and wonders. And somehow we stop believing in miracle signs and wonders. We stopped. Okay. Key principle, Christ has the power to heal and restore completely. This is where they shout you real good. This is where TD Jakes made the bulk of his money, right here. That one little scripture, that right there, rolled that motherfucker. Do you hear me? For decades. 20 years. 20 years. You hear me? That's 2 decades. That's enough for at least a generation and a half. I'm gonna say 2 generations because my mama got it and I got it. That's two generations. Woman, thou art loosed. I was in that bitch as a kid and then I was in there as an adult. And it shows you how the programming continues, how the indoctrination happens. And you mean to tell me in 20 years, I still needed to be loosed? Heard it 20 years. Heard it my whole life. Heard it my whole life and still found myself in the same weeping space as my mother. In the same tormented space as my mother. In the same confused space as my mother. With the mother sitting right next to me now. That's how you can have generations of broken and bent women. Bent women. We looking at generations of bent women. And somebody got to stand. Oh, listen. I wish we had the church music. Hold on. We ain't going to church yet. Hold on. But you see how TD Jakes made his money. You see, listen, because it's going to preach. When it's going to preach. All right. So listen. The Sabbath controversy. Shout out to Sage X God. The Sabbath controversy. What happens? The synagogue rulers, the Pharisees and the Sadducees, the big dogs, the head hitters, the shot callers, they ain't like that shit. So they criticized him for healing on the Sabbath because we told you. Jesus responds and said, acts of mercy are always appropriate. Because I told y'all, man, he calls the woman a daughter of Abraham. Because Father Abraham had many sons. And many sons had Father Abraham. Baby, listen, the way. Whatever, bro. It's cool. We made it out, y'all. We made it out. It's all good. We made it out. We was in there, though. Okay? All right. Traditional meaning is Jesus teaches that compassion is greater than legalism and that people should never be valued less than religious traditions. That's what Jesus was teaching. That compassion is greater than legalism. And that people should never be valued less than religious traditions. That's what Jesus was teaching. That's not what the church teaches. That's not what the government teaches. That's not what organized systems and integrated systems, intersections intersections of systems that are created to oppress, suppress, repress, and depress people. That's not what that teaches, even though we live in a society that touts itself as a Christian nation. But Christian, who they supposedly model themselves after, the Christ taught that compassion is greater than legalism, and that people should never be valued less than traditional religious traditions. That's what he was teaching. Somehow they lost the motherfucking plot. But when most Christians will never understand that they are not actually following Jesus, they're following Paul. They hollering about Jesus, but they preaching Paul. Okay. Key principle here: God values mercy above empty religious observance. That's what the key principle was supposed to be. But we so far away from the key principle. We wouldn't know a key principle if it walked up and slapped us on our ass over there in that church world. The woman glorifying God, what happens immediately after being healed? Immediately after she's loosed, the woman praises God. Traditional meaning, healing leads to worship and thanksgiving. And that is when they would church you real good. They played, this one we're going to bring in the choir, the praise team, and we can, if you do it right, if you got the setup right, and Big TD had him, he had the setup right. He knew. Now, I wasn't always a fan. Like, to me, the music and the sermon had to be in perfect flow. Like, to me, the best preachers and the best ministers of music, they knew how to pick the right song to flow with the right sermon. And the right pastor, if you got a pastor who could sing, he knew how to integrate the right song into the sermon. That's how you get a good flow. It's a recipe. It's a dance. Okay, it's the foreplay, baby. Again, like we said, get your moist for the heart. Okay. So healing leads to worship and thanksgiving. Key principle: God's blessings should produce gratitude and praise. Now I done did this for you. What you gonna do for me? Now it's time to collect. Shout out to y'all. Baby, when I say Yahweh gonna get his on the back end, baby, he gonna let you walk around fucked up your whole life, then give you a little bit. He gonna send you a little bit of something, and then I need that. Oh, I did it for you. Give me that soul, babe. But listen, finesse 2 times say it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. And baby, if the church ain't adapted that mindset with the government, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. So let's transition into the metaphysical interpretation. What does this look like? What do you look like in this story? Who are you in this story? Are you Jesus? Are you the woman that's bent over? Are you the Pharisees, the Sadducees, the leaders? What are you? Who are you? Okay? So, traditionally, this miracle demonstrates Christ's authority to heal physical illness and free people from spiritual oppression. Metaphysical perspective says that this story also represents the condition of the human soul. All right? The woman symbolizes consciousness that has become weighed down by fear, guilt, worry, and the burdens of life. Jesus' healing represents the restoration of our true spiritual nature, coming into alignment with self. The miracle becomes an inner awakening from limitation to freedom. All right. So let's look at the metaphysical and esoteric interpretation. The woman is the equivalent of the human soul. Okay. The woman that is bent over, Kimberly Elise, that is the equivalent of the human soul. It symbolizes every individual. The individual soul journey. We all got one. The seeking soul because the soul has questions. And then the consciousness longing for freedom. Okay. Metaphysical interpretation says the woman represents anyone carrying the weight of fear, guilt, trauma, or limiting beliefs. Anyone carrying the weight of fear, guilt, trauma, or limiting beliefs. The one thing that all of these things have in common, that fear, guilt, trauma, and limiting beliefs, the weight of all these things all have one thing in common. It's optional to carry. It's optional to carry, baby. You can put it down at any time. At any time. Listen to me. I know it sounds crazy for somebody who struggles with fear. To say that at any given moment you can stop being afraid sounds absolutely absurd. To someone who struggles with guilt, to say at any given time you don't have to feel guilty about that anymore, that sounds absolutely ridiculous. To somebody who struggles with the weight of childhood trauma, relationship trauma, parental trauma, just life trauma, period, for somebody who struggles with carrying the weight of that, to look at them and say, listen, at any given moment, you don't have to feel that way anymore, that sounds absolutely asinine. Ridiculous, incomprehensible, inconceivable, because who am I without these things? It's not the fear that you can't put it down. It's who am I if I put it down? Now what do I do with my hands? Now what do I do with my heart? Now what do I do with my mind? Because for so long, fear, shame, trauma, anger, sadness, anxiety, it filled up those spaces. It filled up my hands. It filled up my heart. It filled up my mind. I didn't have to worry about the space because it was full of something. But if I put this down and now it's nothing but space, baby, this thing about to get good. What do I do with the space? Because the space speaks to who I could be. The space speaks to my potential. The emptiness speaks to my capacity, because once you empty out the space, now you got the capacity, now you got room, come on, to put what really needs to be in there. Now you can take it and you can fill it with love. Now you can take it and you can fill it with compassion. Now you can take it and you can fill it with peace. Now you can take it and you can fill it with calm. Now you can take it and you can fill it with worthiness, because everything that told you you didn't have the capacity for these things is now gone. Utilize your space. The blessing is in the emptiness. Avoid means that there is no limit. Remove the limits. You don't know how big that space is. You don't know how deep that space is. You don't know how wide, how vast that space is of you. You have no idea who you could be. You have no idea what you could be. You have no idea where you could be, how you could be, when you could be. Listen to me. Utilize the space. Okay? The key principle is every soul is created to stand upright in divine truth. You are not supposed to be bent down there. The way, like, when I used to work out with trainers, and girl, baby, listen, I didn't ask them any goddamn training. I don't need no training no more. I know what to do. I'm like, goddamn training I needed was up in here. That's what your problem is. Don't you go spend nan another dollar. I don't know who this message for. Don't you get nan another trainer, because goddamn it, you know what to do. You're just wasting time and you're wasting money. Lock in. Okay, you don't need no trainer. You need discipline, and a trainer can't give you discipline. All right? So, but I was working out with this trainer, and I remember I was bent over, trying to catch my breath. Okay, because she had just worked the dog shit out of me. Shout out to Carol. I heard she a police officer now. But baby, she said ain't no air down now. Stand up. Ain't no ain't no air down now. Meaning you got to stand up so you can expand that diaphragm, girl. And I'm a nurse, I know this. But bitch, I'm tired. Okay, I'm trying not to end up on this goddamn floor. But yes, stand up. You're not supposed to be bent over. That's not your position. Ain't nothing for you down there. Ain't no air down there. Okay? Even if you feel like the wind been knocked out of you, find it in the upright position. Ain't no air down there. Okay? Bent over symbolizes a burdened consciousness. We talked about that. A consciousness burdened down with fear, shame, worry, discouragement, emotional wounds, and limiting beliefs. None of the shit that serves you, but all of the shit that you serve. Because every day you get your ass up and you serve your fear. You serve your shame. You serve your worry. You serve your discouragement. You serve your emotional wounds. You serve your limiting beliefs. You get up, you fix breakfast for them. You set the table for them. You fix their plates. You pull out their seats. You let them sit down. You put their napkin in their laps. And you watch them feast on the energy of you. And you don't eat. You don't have a plate. You don't even have a place at the table. You just stand in the corner and you observe the gluttonous behavior of all of the things that are holding you back. My God, this is good. Listen, I'm grateful. Thank you, Heathen Lord. I'm grateful to be a vessel. Because I know I'm talking to somebody. Like, we play around a lot, we really do. But I gotta put the medicine in the candy. Like the way that you've self-abandoned. How long you think you're gonna be able to last like this? That's the real question. Like, how long you think you're gonna be able to go like this? And even if you think you can go another 10, 20 years like this, you really want to do that shit? You really want to do that? Hold on 1 second, y'all. All right, my bad. My baby boy, he picked up a bug because he don't know how to sit his ass down. That's all right. I'm gonna have a recording studio when I get my compound. Ain't nobody gonna be able to disrupt me, okay? So I apologize. Anyway, coming back to the limiting beliefs and all that, okay? Again, being bent over represents consciousness focused downward by life's burdens rather than upward towards divine truth. Ain't no air down there, okay? Lift up thine eyes, O heathen. Okay? Key principle, the greatest burdens are often invisible. The greatest burdens, it's nothing that's going on out here. It's never about what's going on out here. It's always in here, always in here. That's where the battle is. You tame this, and you tame this, and you bring this and this into alignment, and you get your clarity, you get your direction, okay? 18 years, I told y'all, that 18 years is significant, baby. That 18 years is significant. It's the equivalent of prolonged spiritual bondage. You've been burdened down. You've been tied down. You've been weighed down for it. Like, think about it, y'all. Think about how long you've been holding that. Think about how long you've been holding that fear. Think about how long you've been holding that trauma. Think about how long you've been holding that anger. Think about how long you've been holding that sadness. Put it into years, put it into days, and then put it into minutes. You need some real perspective on how long you done let that shit hold you back, babes. Come on out of there. I know it's familiar, and we'll stick with familiarity even if it's in dysfunction. No, come on, get up out that bed. That bed ain't your friend. All right? 18 years symbolizes long-standing problems, deep conditioning, and habitual thinking. Just sitting. thinking, spinning your wheels, or not. Maybe you just sitting with the same thought and you just letting it weigh on you, you letting it beat on you, you letting it abuse you. That same fear that just sits and intimidates you. And let me tell you something, all of the time, it ain't even about your limiting beliefs and your fears and it don't approach you with negative behaviors all the time. Sometimes that shit'll hold your hand and make you so comfortable. It will convince you that you okay. You're safe here. There's no need to move. And listen to me, that is just as deadly as an aggressive approach. Anything that comes to you and keeps you, anything that helps you stay stuck, anything that helps you stay limited, anything that helps you stay angry, anything that helps you stay anxious, is just as deadly. I don't care how much they sweet talk you. That's why I thought it was sick when I found out that there's a market, like there's a kink for people who pay to feed people who are morbidly obese. When I saw that there's not only a sexual component to it, but some type of psychological component to it, like I was sickened, because the fact that you would pay to see and sit and watch someone eat themselves to death, you're paying to watch suicide. And it's sickening. That's why I despise a man who I see with a morbidly obese woman, because you know that woman's broken. And this is no shade. This is no shade. This is no shade to obese people. But that is a representation of the burden that you are carrying. The numbers on the scale is a representation of the fight that you are losing, not at the table, but in your mind. In your mind, you are allowing this to beat you. You are allowing this to win. And that's not just with food. That's with bad decisions. That's with bad relationships. That's with drugs. That's with shit. In anything that you use to, if you let your couponing get too bad, if you let your shopping get too bad, if you let your gambling get too bad, anything that's keeping you stuck, and you know it's keeping you stuck. So to sit and to know that there are people who will pay to cater to your illness, it's deplorable. Okay? 18 years symbolize the ways limiting beliefs can become deeply rooted when left unchallenged. You have to challenge that shit. All right. Okay, I know what it feels like to be scared. I'm about to try not to be scared. I know what it feels like to be angry. I'm about to see what it feels like to not be angry. I know what it feels like to be sad. I'm about to see what challenge those things. Okay? Key principle is long-standing struggles do not prevent divine restoration. I don't care how long it's been. You could be holding it for 10 years. You could be holding it for 2 years. You could be holding it for 30 years. At any given time, you can let it go, put it down, and free yourself. Get your life back. Take control. Stand up. Rise up, God. Know who you are. Strengthen yourself. It doesn't matter. Yes, everything that happened was all of it. Yes, people are terrible. Even the ones that are supposed to love you. We're not negating any of that, but damn it, live. Live. We know it. But if you die in this, it means nothing. It just means what we already know. It means what you already know. But for you to fight against that, for you to fight against the very things that are telling you, no, just stay here. No, don't move. No, it's not going to be okay. No, you don't deserve better. No, you can't get a better life. No, you can't become another person. No, you can't love yourself. No, you will never be able to look at yourself in the mirror and think that somebody would be able to love you. You don't have to sit with none of that shit. Put it down. God damn it. I ain't never seen, like that quote, one of my favorite quotes when it says, I ain't never seen a wild thing feel sorry for itself. You ain't gonna never see a bear out there just sitting there feeling sorry for itself, just giving up. Animals don't lay down until it's time to die. An animal will stay on its feet because at the very least, it knows that it's supposed to live. Don't you at the very least, you got to know that you're supposed to live. You got to know that you're supposed to stand up straight, damn it. Don't keep letting this shit whoop you like this. You ain't no punk. You ain't no bitch. You ain't no punk bitch. Like they said, shout out to Rush Hour. I ain't no punk bitch. Get up. Fight back. Fight back. Don't let them whoop you like this. Get up. Okay? Jesus calling her forward speaks to divine invitation. It's the awakening. It's your higher self saying, come on, come on, come on. Please get up, get up, get up. You can do this. Move. No, you don't have to stay with this person. No, you don't have to stay at this job. No, you can take a chance. Come on. You're welcome. What, my child, my baby, come on. Okay? It's grace. It's the spiritual calling from the Spirit that animates and innervates everything that is. You are a part of that same beautiful, big, powerful, strong creatress energy. Before metaphysical meaning, before transformation begins, divine consciousness calls us out of limitation and into new awareness. Healing begins when we respond to the inner God's invitation. Okay? When you answer the call. The day you hear my voice, harden not your heart. The voice of God is the voice of self. Where it says, get up, stand up. Woman, thou art loose. Get up. Free, the woman, thou art loose. You are loosed. What does that mean? What is loose? Let's say, hey Siri, what is the definition of loosed?
Which word? L. As an adjective, loose means not firmly or tightly fixed in place, detached or able to be detached.
Come on. Come on. You are loosed. You are no longer fixed in place. You are able to detach, babes. You ain't got to stay there. You no longer bent over. You no longer, you don't have to be. Listen to the voice of the divine within saying, straighten up, strengthen thyself. It's freedom through truth. And the truth is you could always take care of you. You could always make it through. Look at what you've done. Look at what you've overcome. Look at what you've accomplished. Look at what you've become despite everything that told you couldn't, even the voice in your own head. Look at what you've done. Look at who you are and look how you did it. Afraid, anxious, sad, guilty, full of shame. You still did it. You still standing. And that is the truth. Don't matter how you feel about it. Remember, feelings are opinions. The truth is you still here. And there's release in that. There's liberation in that because that's what truth gives you. There's healing in truth. The truth is you ain't been beat yet. You ain't died yet. Until you die, failure doesn't exist. There's no such thing as failure. As long as you get up to fight another day, you ain't failed at nothing. Okay? Jesus' words represent the power of divine truth to break the chain. Come on, Tasha. Break it. This is why they would church it real good. Break every chain. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. To break the chains of fear, guilt, and false identity. That ain't who you is. My baby, that's not you. That's not you. That's not you. That's nothing but ego. No matter what it looks like. Freedom begins with recognizing that we are no longer bound by what held us captive. It's the Two of Swords card in the tarot? Where she's got the blades in her hand, she's got a loose blindfold and she's got loose ropes around her and her feet are standing in a very shallow puddle of water. At any given time, a little wiggling, a little movement, okay, a little shoulder work. Sometimes you got to wiggle. Sometimes you can't move too much, but sometimes you got to wiggle your way out of some shit. You got to understand that you're not as tightly bound as you think you are. You're not as blind as you think you are. Just shake your head a little bit, clear your head a little bit. That blindfold will slide down. That's how you get clarity, babes. If you see, you feel water under your feet right now, but you ain't drowning, you ain't sinking. And if you take one step to the left or one step to the right, it's dry ground. Move your feet. Move. You can't heal in the same space where you were hurting. Jump, move, pivot. That is the word for this season, pivot. And then pivot again, damn it. All right? Laying on of the hands, transmission of divine life. It symbolizes divine love, healing presence, spiritual alignment, restoration. It is alignment with self. You done got in God body mode. The 3 in 1 have lined up, mind, body, and soul. That's the Trinity. That's the Holy Divinity. The Holy Trinity is mind, body, and soul. Father, Son, Holy Ghost. That's you, babes. And when you are in alignment, you can feel that divine love that you're connected to, the love of the universe, the love of the all, the love of God. You can feel the healing presence of being in alignment. Alignment causes a lot of dis-ease and disorder to fall away. Dis-ease and disorder is misalignment of the mind, body, and soul, babe. This is bigger than the kitchen table in the gym. You could take your ass to Planet Fitness 7 days a week. If you don't align that energy, you're spinning your wheels. You're on the hamster wheel. Okay? Metaphysical meaning, the laying on of hands represents the flow of God's healing presence, restoring harmony to mind, body, and spirit. Healing occurs as consciousness aligns with divine life. I just said that. And then standing upright, that's your spiritual alignment. Again, that's when the 3 are one. So ask yourself, what's out of alignment? Where am I not in sync? Where am I not in agreement with self? Not with others, with self. The only thing that matters is what you think. All things being considered, you know what's important. You know what has to be considered. Not what you're worried about. Worrying and considering are 2 different things. You know what you need to consider and you know what you need to worry about. Get in line. Get in alignment. Stand up straight. Woman, thou art loosed. Happy Sunday, heathens. Have a good one.